So today, finishing up the stream with some 5-color Niv. This is the list I put up a really good showing with at the set championship. Haven't changed it since because, you know, how can you improve on such a perfect little list? Basically my pet deck in Historic at the moment. I really love playing it, so it seemed like a good way to finish things off. Of course, the big things Niv gained: Expressive Iteration, Lightning Helix, 2 recent additions to the deck that have really improved it, like, a lot. Vanishing Burst 2, you just have such amazing early removal. And then we're actually playing a bunch of discard spells, so that you can lead in with early discard to clear whatever things your answers can't deal with. It means your Nivs are a bit worse, but that's fine. Because even if you're just drawing like 2 cards off a Niv, that's normally good enough, because you've also just got a 6/6 flyer, right? So, I love this deck. Excited to play more of it on stream right now. And to all you watching on YouTube, reminder, I also stream on Twitch. I stream Magic every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And variety content on the other weekdays. Alright. First match here. Sandra's not amazing, but I think I guess it needs. If I had a green source, I think this would just be a keep. As is, I'm probably gonna keep it because we do have a cycle land as well. But it's definitely a little bit awkward. I think it's still a keep, even if it's a little awkward. Ha! This might be the Teamer deck we were just playing. It's an exciting one. Memory Lapse is annoying. I think we have to take the Brainstorm though. For now. Because it makes all future discard spells a lot weaker. Put this down. Maybe I meant to play Dragon Skull Summit there in case I draw Iteration. I think I'm pretty happy just cycling my land next turn anyway. Do Thoughtseize. That is a good one. Alright, new plan. No, yeah, I'm still just gonna cycle my land here. Then we're gonna Thoughtseize next turn. So I want to use my mana efficiently. It means next turn, worst case scenario, we go Thoughtseize plus grab our Elk. Have I considered Despark in the board? What do you want to Despark? I'm not opposed to it. It could be good. I'm just like interested in why you want Despark in a lot of matchups. I guess it does help against the card Coma specifically if that becomes more of a thing. It's a pretty relevant interaction there. We did draw a greens. Coma, Corvold, Teferi, the Mirror. It's true. Despark could be reasonable. Honestly, be very reasonable. I don't love Fracture. Like I'm not committed to Fracture, so. Wow, these are some memory lapses. I think I'm taking the Iteration though. Stop them from like assembling their thing, you know? I'm gonna put Gigantha in hand, and we're gonna cast Gigantha next turn and the turn after, and eventually we'll get through these lapses. Gigantha's really good in this deck, because if ever resolves, it lets you cast Niv on its own, which is real sick. Yeah, Clothies is one of the scariest cards in the format for this deck. I wouldn't hate finding a good answer for Clothies. I did see someone was playing Clothies of their own, which is actually kind of an answer because then they just cancel out, right? Oh, that's true. There are extra copies of Vanishing Burst. Ooh, didn't think of that. Oh, they put it in my deck. That's so smart. Using the commit. Now I can't cast. Now I can't cast anything this turn, right? That was actually a really good play from them. Very, very good play. Well, I guess if I'm casting an Elk next turn anyway, I could just play this out. I'm probably just meant to play this regardless, because I know I can't draw a land next turn, right? So it doesn't make any difference. And now they could, like, go for a memory or something? Weirdly, this matchup might be worse against the new lists than it was before the banning, because Velamarcus was really bad sometimes against you having a 6/6 flyer in play. Whereas Koma kind of laughs at Niv, right? Yeah. It's rough. I don't think we have any way out of this. Sadly. If I played this last turn, I'd get to go Vanishing Burst, but then they'd give this Indestructible, so it wouldn't get us anywhere. Yeah, maybe you need to adjust your answers in your sideboard now because of Coma. It's very possible, right? Definitely believe that. I guess we want Assassin's Trophy, weirdly. Not a card I love, but it seems alright here. I guess one Lightning Helix is fine. It can still, like, kill a token, right? Yeah, this hits Coma, it's true. Maybe we just need it. Kind of a mopey card, but I don't think you can ever tap out for Krasis in the matchup. Yeah, I think if I was going to register this deck for an event, I would change the answer suite so that I have a couple answers to a Coma. E-Spark definitely sounds like a good one, like was mentioned a moment ago. Scarab God's just like a 5-drop that's worse than Teferi is the problem. It's like really hard to find additional 5-drops outside of Niv and Tef, because those two are just so absurd. Like, it's nice that Scarab God doesn't get hit by a negate, I guess. But a lot of the time you're able to play through that anyway if you draw a Niv and a Tef. Like, choose which counters to play around. Hey there, Niv. They did mulligan. Good for us. Alright, let's just cash this in. We're looking for discard spells, right? One World Tree and boom, end step we tap Giganta and 5 lands, slash in Scarab God and Clothies, then upkeep Zombie Niv from the graveyard. That sounds optimistic to me. Personally, I think that sounds like a bit of wishful thinking, but... Oh, Justice Strike? Justice Strike could be alright too, yeah. Another one to consider. you really need Cage. A lot of the decks that people are playing, Cage isn't great against. Obviously, Cage is good against Phoenix, but I actually didn't even board in both Cages against Phoenix that often. I would only bring in the second if they had like Ox of Agonis or whatever, right? Fire off an iteration. They have something in hand. They have something over there. Bottom, put this one over here. Yes, I'm firing this off. I could wait in case it's in the gate. I do really want to take that commence. The thing is, like, I can resolve a Niv next turn. They use up their counter too. Oh, cool. I am surprised. I guess they just want it in the yard in case they draw a Tef. That makes sense. Yeah, Angreff's Rampage is also just like not a very. Yep. Nice hand, opponent. They did have the creativity on the top from the brainstorm. Yes, we can tuck with Teferi. Then we're still kind of playing Magic. That seems good to me. They can kill my Tef, but fine. But literally has no manners and is just rude. I think we're gonna be fine. We tuck the Chroma.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint. Time is much more malleable than
Div hype. Good to have you here, Melody. Alright, bury down. That's fine. Did its job.
I'll have a better plan next time.
Maybe I'm just meant to keep Drown open for the rest of the game. Yeah, I can just hold these open. That's real tempting, honestly. Make sure they can't really do anything. Or I could jam Niv and give them like a one-turn window where they can murder me. But then I can start pressuring them. I think I want to do this. Maybe this is wrong. They have a coma coming up. I don't want to give them time for them to like be able to hardcast it. Yeah, hold them next turn. I agree. We just want to like get some pressure going, right? Feels like. Yeah, points off it. They cancel the Niv, it's a sad day, that's true. But there's not like much I can do about that. I can't really wait until I can have Drown up to protect the Niv, it feels like. I wonder if Banishing Burst is better than Helix because of Commence. Let's try this. Game free. Extinction event to deal with the coma. Yeah, it does help a little bit. For sure. Alright, this is very unexciting, but fine. So we're definitely leading on Jeskai land, I guess. Because we need white mana, like ASAP. Let's get down another Triome this turn. This one. Okay. They have a creativity in hand, I think, because they were given priority. They don't have a blue source at the moment. Oh, because they're going to play Dwarven Mine, right? Right. Yeah. Thing. There you go. Cloakies is a pretty big number with Drown, but I feel like there's a chance I should have some Cloakies in the 75. Cloakies is like very good. Cloakies also helps deal with their Cloakies, which is nice. If your opponent ever has one. They like cancel out. Well, this is absurd for us. Actually getting to cash in the Drown, not having to use up the veto. Love to see it. That's really good. AS2 damage, like, hopefully won't matter. Just want to have both of these open. Flash in Wrath on end step. There's a blue source. They can't counter my Wrath though, which is amazing. So if I put this in hand, I only have one counter open. There is a veto. Probably still just good enough against almost everything. And this way I can flash in Gigant for next turn if they do nothing scary. Shocking the Watery Grave to rep Undermine, indeed. Someone told me Undermine was in Historic, I'd probably believe them. To be fair. Do I counter this? It's like really tempting to. I guess I just don't know. I'm just worried about them assembling the mana to hardcast a Coma, but maybe we can just beat that. Every card's in Historic until proven otherwise, indeed. That is how it works. Pretty sure. That's a green source. They're not playing it though. Okay with that. Ooh. Hey there, Niv. How you doing, you old dragon? Good to see ya. It's a good question, Dokomoy. Oh my god. So now if they do nothing, we get to go end step Elemental Elk. Gaia's Crater. I don't think I would believe someone if they told me Gaia's Crater wasn't Historic. Or being added to Historic, even. I think that would be my limit. No, I probably wouldn't believe Force of Negation. I would believe Artifact Lands. I'd 100% believe Artifact Lands. I don't know, maybe I would believe Force of Negation. I don't know. It's making me think, at least. Yeah, Force of Negation's right on the cutoff. Alright, I hope this doesn't get Mystical Disputed, but I guess if it does, that's also just fine, right? Either way. Arcbound Ravager. I don't know if I believe Arcbound Ravager just because it's a lot of clicking. And it's very easy for people to mess it up and get tilted. Would you buy if someone said Parkrex? I mean, Lightning Bolt isn't legal, so probably not. We're allowed good cards as long as they're not removal spells. My elk! Well, I might be jamming Niv. Maybe? We drew another Gigantha, we sure did. Am I jamming Niv? They can't counter it, this is true. It's pretty hard for them to counter it generally though. Anyway, outside of memory lapse. Yeah, I think I wait. Weirdly. Slowly trickle our drain back into historic. Uh-huh. I wonder if them unbanning Oko would make green playable again. The answer is yes, but... Emrakul the Aeon's Torn, ooh. Yeah, maybe once a time. To realistically be seen coming back. That one wouldn't be like the most ridiculous thing ever. Be pretty ridiculous, but... Mystical Dispute incoming. And end up regretting not just jamming. Dang. Gets them to the point where I can actually drown a Gigantha, not Gigantha, the other one. The stupid coma. So yes, I'm like kind of tempted just to let this resolve, honestly. Weirdly. Bridge below from below, weird for him, but wouldn't be good. Hmm. You would refuse to ever watch or play another game of Historic Niv unbanned Oko. That's just reasonable. That's just reasonable. God, I can't believe I'm not attacking with my Elk here. Just really want to cast the Niv, you know? They could flash in another Shork. But then I still get to cast my Niv. Fine. Fine. Okay. Prismari Command be good in this deck? Probably not. The thing about this deck is it's just like all cards that are really good on rate. Prismari Command's like a good card if you're doing combo-y things with it, right? Because then the looting effect is really good. Or it's like a good card if artifacts are seeing lots of play. But it's just not good on rate. It's just like... not good enough on its own for me to be excited about playing it. Like, this is just a mid-range deck. You would never put Prismari Command in a mid-range deck. Like 0%. Yeah, the rate is the effect per cost, exactly. It's a Shork. Now might be a good moment to flash in my Niv. Alright. Or they find an Ether Gust, have it open. Pretty good. 2 answers to a coma. Oh, I assume this matchup would be pretty hard, but we're kind of destroying right now. I wish that... What's an answer to coma that costs like less than 4 mana and can also kill a shark or zombie token, army token, whatever? I'm asking for a lot here, but... Counterspell, that's not an answer to coma. Eternal Isolation. I don't know what card that is, which I'm assuming is a bad sign. I'm gonna assume it's a bad sign that I don't know what card you're talking about right now. Put target creature with power 4 or greater. Oh my god. This is quite bad, yeah? Tyrant Scorn is... Yeah! You know, Tyrant Scorn is not awful. Profane Procession. I almost had a Tyrant Scorn in my sideboard for the, for the set championship. Not bad. Enabling turn 4 Niv, but you just don't need to do that. You just never need to do that is the thing. You can cast Niv on turn 5 because your whole curve is interaction that just like means you have all the time in the world. I wanted to change this a little bit. I want to have less cages in my board. I guess I will try out a copy of Tyrant Scorn. It is not a companion. Arena. I also am curious about this Cloakpiece card. It's like pretty bad with my Clings and my Drowns is the problem. So maybe not. Multicolor specifically is ideal. Profane Procession was semi-serious. I mean, it's not like the worst card ever. Do enjoy Profane Procession. Baleful Mastery, nah. Calyx, nope. What matchup do you want Clopies in? I'd probably bring it in against like the aggressive decks and Phoenix. Burn. Maybe it could just like replace Cage. Cage isn't really doing much at the moment, right? Is the thing. I don't love the Cage. Let's try this out. Cage is like pretty good against the Auras decks, I guess. I think I'm already pretty okay against the Auras decks. I just want to try this. What matchup do you want Cage for? It's like okay against Jund. Okay against Phoenix. Yeah, it's good against Goblins, that's true. It's good against Goblins, but no one's playing Goblins. It's good against Auras. I think the main thing would be it's like really nice against the Auras deck. That's the one place I would really mess it. Fine hand. Hey there, Dalmo. Dire Tactics and take 6. Uh-huh. I mean, Raph's a human. We have the technology. 3 mana Kaya might be okay. I don't love that card. Maybe. Oop. You don't think Diatax is ever better than D-Spark? That is my suspicion. What a strange Gruul opening. Nothing on turns 1 or 2. What is happening over there? I guess they have a stomp, yeah, okay. So, the Gruul matchup is very bad. As we were about to find out. It's not great. Hostage taker, ooh. These pro cards are random indeed. Oh my gosh, I'm so dead, chat. That does not help as such. It's not the most helpful. Would I like a land? No, I'd love one. Sign me up. Deputy of Detention. I refuse to register Deputy of Detention in a Magic deck. That is not like specifically some dopey tribal deck. I have standards. Alright, I'm gonna hit specifically Helix. Oh my god, it even... Oh, I guess I just didn't have Helix mana anyway. I'm smart. What am I doing, chat? What am I doing? Well... What I'm doing is being dead on board, I guess. Neat. Time wipe, bounce, Niv, the dream. Clarions, in. Extinction Event, Helix, Clothes, Tyrant Scorn. All the good cards get in here. Then we need to cut 3 cards. Maybe a Teferi, maybe Clings. Clings like pretty slow. It gains you life, but... Croaxer does. Croaxer's such garbage. I had Croaxer in the list. Initially, it's so bad. Don't put Croaxer in your Niv list, people. It was like... B. We feed the yard just fine. The problem is the front side is just garbage. Like, you don't want a Raven's Crime in your deck that's already resilient against a bunch of cards people play, because they just discard those cards that are bad against you. People have, like, Shocks or whatever in their deck, and they're like, okay, sure, I'll discard this, I guess. Well done for wasting 2 mana. And like, the return is fine, but returning it's like actually pretty challenging in terms of mana cost. And by the point you're doing that, you could just be casting like Niv or Gigantha or Teferi instead. It's so bad. It's so bad. We need Ravenscribe in the rack and Historic. Uh-huh. Yeah, if only Bryblack. I think Uro might be okay in the stack. If a card called Uro existed in any format, it would be okay in this. I mean, we can Extinction Event a lot of this garbage. You take like 1 turns of hit. Alright then. Get hit for 1 turn. Or we draw a Deafening Clarion and laugh. That would be good too. Oh, so good in this deck for the ban, yeah. I believe it. Alright then. I could just Iteration look for like a Helix. Yes. More like I can answer a free drop anyway right now, right? Sure. Where were you? Where were you? Instruction unclear time. Oh my god. That's an aggressive timeout. Lanois Elves. You don't say. You don't say. I guess I could have saved the Clarion to pair with Niv, but cutting them off of Coco Man is like kind of appealing. Oh, that's not a collected company. That's not even close to a collected company. Rar. Is my opponent dead? Maybe, just maybe. Gonna make us discard to hand size, yeah. So brutal. Whatever will we do? It's fine, chat. I'm sure we'll find a way to make it through this incredibly trying time. Somehow, some way. Oh, Drown's pretty bad against Scavenging Ooze. That's hilarious. I'm gonna trade the Scavenging Ooze for my Niv. Sure. That's fine. It will be okay. Need a Reliquary Tower. But that's just the thing every Niv mana base needs is a good old colorless land. The spicy inclusion. I do have a Vanishing Verse, it's true. I'm just making the game go longer because I'm having fun. Start chewing through my yard here. Don't say. Oop. Green yard. Clothy's too strong, apparently. Alright. Game 3. We're on the draw now, but we have all these sweepers in our deck, so that helps a sizable amount, as we just saw. Deafening Clarion, real good. DBH. Hey there, Day. Oh my gosh. This sounds like so. I'm gonna keep this and just hope we like top deck a decent land. I don't think I can send this one back, but a little bit scary for sure. My opponent's really bad at having the turn 1 Llanowar Elf or Pelt Collector. Okay. Draw. I could just... I can play this tapped, set up for Clarion. Hope they don't play a 4/4. Save myself 2 life on the land later on down the road seems worth. Scary, that means there might be a 4/4 in my future. There is not. A surprise. I remember opponent, no 4/4s. Alright, I'll say go, I guess. One Stompy Giant. Oh. Probably have a Tarka's Command. Ooh, that's a good point. I guess they can stop me gaining life then with my Helix. Then they're not deploying like their Bone Crusher, so probably worth. I should do this before they can pump the Brawler though. Incoming like double Attackers Command. Okay. Good, good. Make it an X4. Laugh all the way home. God damn it. I really wanted to land that. I want to hold open a removal spell because they clearly have company. But I don't think I can afford to miss my land drop. I just have to stomach the company and hope it doesn't murder me. Chat, this like never happens. We have 27 lands in our deck. We're so dead. Oh. Commander Coco seems fine. Like, I don't see why that would be a problem. You're allowed to play cards in your deck that Collected Company doesn't hit. As long as there's just like really good cards and you still have enough creatures to hit. There. 3, 4, 5. Curious to see what they do here. We've had a lot of different answers. Like, maybe we're okay here. Know what they're working with. Yeah, pray they don't kill me. This game seems winnable, despite missing our land drop. Depends how they play it. They're the one with the tough decisions this game. We just kind of point our removal spells and hope it works out. Dang. They have 3 in their yard? They're playing around Clarion here. I don't know how long they can do that for, though. Dang. I guess I say go. Excuse me. Yes, I say go. And they're gonna activate that ooze. What? Three plus 2. Puts me to 7. I had to wait on the drown, otherwise they can eat from their yard in response. It's really wild. It's kind of wild. Hey, Alchemical. Good to see ya. So they can move me to 7. We have 3 life gain stored up with the Helix, though. So it's, like, fine. Really would like to draw a land soon, I'm gonna be honest, but we'll see. See what comes our way. Voltaic Brawler. Puts me to 7. Oh, yeah. God, I really want to iteration it. But I guess I should be responsible and do this. They have an attacker's command? Or a stomp? Either of those would actually be pretty scary at the moment. I like those kind of low. Obviously we can gain life off the Helix, but we're not in a good place to be double spelling right now. Land. Give me a drowned catacombs, you know? I'd even take swamp. I ain't picky. Magic's really scary sometimes. How do they do it? I only have 1 drowned catacomb in the deck. Is the best thing. Pre-recorded. I think I have to do this turn. Because this stops me taking damage off the Bone Crusher, but it does mean I could, like, randomly die to a Questing Beast or a Coco or whatever. It's fine. It's just life. Take the risks we take. Okay, resolves. That is acceptable. Acceptable. Magic's so hard. Can't do this plus this in the same time. I either sweep or I go Helix plus like hold open, drown, or scorn, depending on what they do. Close to spinning marble, yeah. The thing is, the Clarion can gain me life with the Niv later. I think I want to hold it. Alright. If we were trying to cast that card in Historic. Strange times indeed. Oh my gosh, chat. One day we'll draw lands. I swear. One day. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day we will find some lands. Duration would be 3 lands. The dream. Maybe I was just meant to kill the Brawler. I could like kind of ignore the Llanowar Elf, right? That is maybe loose. Maybe a little bit loose. Oop. Right, they're not getting priority. That's encouraging. Easy game. We beat Gruul. Love to see it. You'd love to see it. Sideboard changes working out well for us too that match. Tyrant Scorn and Clothies both came up. Certainly wouldn't have brought in Cages there. Shouldn't Niv's best matchup be versus aggro? I think Niv's best matchup is Phoenix. Against aggro, it depends what style of aggro they are, I think. It's possible I'm, like, underestimating the Gruul matchup, though. Maybe it's better for me than I give credit. You wanted to play Magic for months, now you do. Alas. Deck is real sweet, you ain't wrong. Oh no, I'm dead. Rip. Rip me. Sometimes it just be like that, you know? Sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes they just play a 1-drop on turn 1 and the game ends. Best matchup was food? That's so weird to me. I think the food matchup's one of the harder matchups for Niv. I find that, like, very strange. Probably just have to... I can't even kill a thing this turn, huh? How I sequenced my lands. Well... let's... draw... Lightning Helix. What's this? No, they don't have anything going on other than the creatures that are murdering us. Uh-huh. Okay. Guess I would like this in play. Answer this. We'll craft Exemplar in their turn. And we can dig for a Lightning Helix to tide us over. Till Niv hits the table. Down to 5. But scary. Oh no. Oh no. That was a good draw. I don't think Lightning Helix is even necessarily enough anymore. Can't brown anyway, because I don't have the mana for it, I think. Yeah. Game 2. Bring in some Deafening Clarions. We know how this goes. Game 1, you roll over and die. Game 2, you get sideboard cards. Powerful. This Clothies is probably fine here. Event's probably fine too. Out the huge. Inquisition is really awkward. All their creatures are just so replaceable. And the only card we care about is Showdown of the Skalds. So I guess we're boarding that out. We should maybe have Fracture. I think I'm just gonna bring in Trophy and be on like 0 Inquisitions in this matchup. Yeah, they just puke the hand out, apart from the Showdowns, which like got discard. Makes sense. this doesn't have a Clarion. I think I'm gonna keep. I don't mean you can mulligan hands like this, but it could go very badly. I'm under no illusions here. Like, Iteration's just so good at digging, right? It's gonna give us a lot of shots at finding a Clarion or whatever we decide we want. Yep. Yep. No. 7 power on turn 2. Yeah, I don't think trying to kill them one by one's gonna do it this game. We just have to dig. Rough as that is. Wow. Disaster. Did opponent break it? I don't know. They're certainly breaking us. I'll give them that much. Deafening Clarion! Oh. Kill a Toolcraft, go to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm wondering whether I meant to kill Thalia instead of a Toolcraft, basically. Finding the artifact. I mean, I can't. For starters. For starters, that's not a legal play. I don't know what I meant to Helix here. Like, having the extra mana might matter for, like, going Iteration into Clarion. The question of, like, whether the mana or the life matters more. So if I go after the Thalia, they hit me for... Yeah, they might have Ember Cleave, it's true. Nothing I can do about that, though. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I'm exactly dead to Ember Cleave. They hit... I think I'm just meant to go after this. But... Oh. What? Wait. Sure, resolves, I guess. Oh, heck. That matchup seemed a little bit awful for us. Although I do think drawing a sweeper at any point in game 2 would have helped a substantial amount. Opponent? How could you? How could you? So the secret is I actually like normally just keep hands because you can just cycle the cycle land worst case scenario. I know that's not a great justification. But the deck needs to hit its land drops, like, it is what it is, right? Would I rather have a blue or... Yeah, I want this in play, right? 6 lands, Helix to carry us through. Easy. Sign me up. Oh wow, that combo. Kind of a combo. That sure. Oh wait, they last there till next turn. Until the end of your next turn. I haven't played against this card in forever. This keep was definitely predicated on me not drawing lands 2 turns in a row. GG's, Killer Slay. Definitely made it a little bit tougher. Oof. Yeah, light up's real good. It be. Well. The game plan is draw more lightning helix. Yes. Ban Sun-Scorched Desert. Ramanap Ruins died for Sun-Scorched Desert sins. Oh. You could say that keep didn't work out. Just possibly. Maybe I should have mulliganed. Who could say? Possibly say. Playing to Dust is actually kind of legit here, huh? I think we should have drawn Clary in that game. Big think. Maybe Mortality Spear goes out. Is Trophy okay? Nah, you can't give them lands. Can't justify it. Their deck just like uses the mana fairly well. With Ramanap Ruins and whatnot. Maybe this one is meant to be a mulligan. You get to iteration on 2 though to find a Clarion or a Helix. They're mulling to 5. Good news. But Yashan, you don't have a Plains or a Forest. You have to really believe the ability on Yashan lines up well in the meta. Are you registering that card? Okay, wait a turn. The combo deck. Here again. Oh my god, they had Courier of the light at the stage. I'm so tilted. Sometimes good at this game. Sometimes. Try my hardest. Oh. That's 2-1. Yeah, you definitely need at least 2 basics to play Yashan. You have to believe the static on Yashan is like unbelievable in the meta to play it without basics. Interesting. So we go. We don't want this extinction event. Oh, we can Niv next turn. Try and find a Clarion to gain some life. $12. It's a Soul Scar. Oh. Yeah, if I had a Black Source, I would probably just kill both of these. I think instead we're on the Niv look for a Boros card plan. Any Boros card will do. Oh no, I don't know which to pick. I guess we're taking this one. Hope they don't kill my Niv. Oh. Discarding something. Iron Scorn? Like bad drown in the luck at the moment. Alright then. I think I meant to block this one because of prowess triggers. Good game. Oof. Oof. -1. I don't think I'm getting there without casting the Niv though, is the thing. Feels like I just have to commit and hope they don't have it. Bird matchup's tough. That's why I'm like not putting much effort into mulliganing. I just have to hope it works out. Sembering so many bolts was bad for us. Yeah, there's a moment there where I thought we might be in that one. Yeah, auto picks ones you have no choice. That's actually just how the card works, I believe. Maybe I'm incorrect. So I think it works that way on Magic Online too. Like, reasonably sure. Alright, this hand is great. Kahira deck. All opponent. I guess Vanishing Burst is not great, but you know. Take what you can get. Yeah, Niv is mandatory. Alright, let's play around Sansa, since it's free to. No brainstorm, I will scream. Oh, well, whatever. Traded it with a spell, can't complain. That one is rude though. Right then. At least we have the answer at the ready. I can already cast Niv off these lands, right? So I should hold the Triome, probably. White, blue, black, red, green, yeah? It's a game where I don't sideboard Clarion, indeed. So many Niv-Mizzets. I guess I can probably play this land out. I guess we can justify it. Please no Teferi. Oh my god, they didn't have it. Since when do they just like not have Teferi? That never happens. This doesn't look like Cat Tribe or Oop. Are they gonna cast Memory? That would be wild. Oh, we have a Gruul card on the top of our deck now, chat. We have a Gruul card. Let's get that Gruul card. Never happens. Now that's good deck building. That happened once in testing. It's really satisfying when you actually get the Gruul card up your Niv. Another brainstorm. They're gonna keep digging. Ooh, oh. Just failed to find anything. You know what? That seems reasonable. We might see a memory next turn. Very plausible. Is this a lapse in deck building? Oh my god, Esper. Never have Clophi's attack. I don't know what I'm discarding. It keeps making us discard to hand size. Sure does. What an underpowered magic card. I really don't want to discard the swamp. Because if they memory me, I'd like to have it in my deck for Field of Ruin. Trophies plus Nib plus Crisis plus 2 bindings. I only play 1 binding there.
Virtue will always triumph. It's just you and me.
Alright then. Oh, we only have 1 green source. So I can't go Crisis and Spear necessarily. I guess we're doing Spear, Drown, Cling. It's like pretty reasonable, right? Cuts them off of memory.
I have let all of you down.
Oh, I should have clung the I'm so stupid. You can tell I've not been playing much Historic this week. Oh, not my best. Not my best. Oh my gosh, yes! Taste it! Taste it! Not punished. Never punished. Oh, chat. What happened to Phoenix? People figured out how to hate it out, I guess? It is curious. For sure, but... I guess my Niv dies, and that's fine. That just means I get to cast another Niv. Later on down the road. I think I'm casting Gigantha first, though. Do we have enough drowns? I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I want to get cards out of my hand before I'm casting any more Nifs. Maybe it's a bit greedy. Think it'll be fine. Rawr. Acceptable. I could just cast the Taff, make it trade with a counter, still have Drown open. Oh. Wow, they just have nothing. You love to see it. You really do. Yeah, they have to counter something. Exactly. That is a shock. Wait, 5-color Niv was the second most popular last week? Oh my god. That's wild. Successfully popularized the sweet deck. Love to see it. Do I care? I have a Lightning Helix in hand and an Elk on board. Seem like it matters.
Focused and disciplined, encounter no obstacles.
Doesn't seem like it matters.
I have just the trick for this.
Oh no, a memory lapse. Oh no, a cat beast. Oop. And cards until 5-color Niv is the best deck. We're getting real close. Real close right now.
Overwhelming.
I can like maybe cash in one of these at this point. It's gonna be drawing so many cards. We have 2 drowns in hand already. Take actions at random, we'll find a way.
Keep up the pace.
Hey. 1. Just give us Bring to Light. Oh my god, that would be a bit much. We had to have some Teferis over there, opponent. Oh. 2 cards. I don't have to discard so much to hand size now. This is the worst. This is the worst. Worst timeline found. 1. Lethal next turn, right? 2. do people not typically concede on the 3rd Niv, or does it take all 4? See, you play 4 Nibs because it's the 4th one that always makes them concede. The game's never over until that point. When should I counter? Power move, counter my own drown. Boop. Alright. Game 1 is the easy one in this matchup. Gets tougher post board. For sure. Wraps, Clothies, Toes, Dispute. Wow, I have more cards than I used to. I have to take a card out. It's the worst. Fracture's like pretty poopy. Take that out, or the trophy. Oh. Is Clothies coming in every matchup? Probably not. Doesn't come in against auras. Where else doesn't it come in? I don't know, it's not a card I'm in love with. Because it's like really awkward with Drown, and Drown is just ludicrous. Drown is just like way too good not to play. Doesn't come in against goblins, but that's not too relevant. Yeah, it probably does come in most places. Playing as a whole, nah. As a whole, it's really bad because it means you can't play Gigantha, and Gigantha's broken in these matchups. Like, Gigantha was amazing that game, right? It just gave us, like, 10 mana a turn. The thing about Gigantha is it's really good for setting up these situations where, like, they have a mystical dispute, so you cast the Gigantha, and now they can't counter Niv with the mystical dispute. Or they have, like, a memory lapse, so you cast a Gigantha, and if they let it resolve, you can just, like, cast 2 Nivs in a turn or whatever, or a Niv and a Teferi. Like, Gigantha's so good at helping you play through counter spells, which it really isn't what you would expect when you look at the card, but it is how things play out. All right. Tishana, Voice of Thunder. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Alright, we have our Wrath Capuchin out the ready. They have to counter this Wrath, or else we just get threatened to cast Niv all game long. Raiding this with a counter is just fine, right? Sure, we just get to cast it again next turn now. A really good draw, really good turn setup. Quite okay with that. Just getting through these memory lapses whilst having our own counter magic open to fight over Teferi is so good for us. Because it stops them developing their threats whilst we get threatened to develop ours. And your Wrath this turn, it's such a surprise, right? Such a surprise. I just keep drawing it. What's going on there? I almost want to try and eat this shark. I have a Dovin's Veto ready to counter a Teferi, so I'm not even sure what can go wrong. How's Niv control fared against the meta? The deck's incredible. It's extremely good. Sure. We'll get there one day. So the thing is, if we didn't have Wrath and we tried to cast Niv in our turn, they would then get to tap out for Teferi in their turn and we just lose the game. Instead, we're making it really hard for them to actually develop a threat into our counter magic, which is great for us, right? Like, this is why Wrath is amazing. It's been, like, it's not done anything, like, on board this game, but it's been ridiculous. Yeah, now we probably just cast Niv Sorcery Speed. I don't know, we don't really need to, is the thing. We don't really need to. We have this and we have a veto. We could just be patient. Yeah, express it to hit land drops. Yeah, I think I like that more. I think I really like doing an expressive this turn, I agree. Is land drops. So now if they do a thing that's scary, we get to go veto cycle the land. Otherwise we get to Wrath. That's annoying, but it's not like scary. New team of creativity deck. Yeah, we played it earlier, it seemed pretty solid. Certainly nowhere near as good as the Jeskai version, but it has like different strengths and weaknesses. could see it just being a good thing to be doing. They have a stupid mystical dispute in hand that I didn't play around by playing this out. That'd be annoying. Oh, maybe they just have Brainstorm instead. Well, we have our own Mystical Dispute, so it's fine. I should play around their Mystical Dispute, though, and just fire off the Speedo, I think. Try and use they for opponents, Mathman, but it is true. Can't dispute Veto. Can dispute Niv, but that's not relevant anymore, which is nice. Alright, show me another Veto. So this matchup was actually pretty tough post-board until we figured out the Wrath Capuchin technology. But it turns out that card is just, like, ridiculous. Did so much work this game, right? In its own quiet way. Solves. I think the Teemo deck is viable in best of one. I assume it's better in best of one. Yeah, it was more meaning that them having dispute ready meant they could try and dispute our Niv, because we wouldn't have the 8th land, rather than them disputing our V2, which obviously doesn't really do that much. What am I doing? What am I doing? Definitely getting him with Niv. That's just a thing that's happening. Yeah, Raph was surprisingly busted. Just like chewed through memory lapses whilst letting us hold counter magic open. They claim to be the control deck. Just wait on the crisis. I don't hate firing off crisis. I don't know. Fine. Alright, well, this is really greedy of me. I should probably just be taking that drown in the luck, but you better believe I'm doing this. I'll get to that drown in the luck eventually. Just give it time, chat. Give it time. You know what? That's reasonable. That's just reasonable. Evan, imagine me ever not taking the greedy option, I know, right? Oh. Paying Wooberg to untap my dragon. I gave it vigilance. The most vigilant dragon I've ever seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Well, that really matters. For Gust. You know, sure. Sure. You may Ether Gust my dragon. Alright. What am I doing? I guess I'm just doing this. So if to hand, this on the bottom, this over here. Oh, I played a land or oh my god, chat. Chat, what did I do? Upset. Messed up what I did. I think this deck is too good at drawing cards. You can never be too good at drawing. Oh my gosh. Drawing cards. So I'm fine with discarding the Dispute. I guess I can just leave a Fracture in my deck. Oh, you're just forced to take them, right? Of course, duh. I know how Magic cards work. I don't even know what they can resolve that I'm scared of is the thing. I have a million answers in my hand. I guess they could go like second commits or commit into draw Narset, and that would be pretty frustrating. Maybe I should be playing around that. Or they could make it 1-1. Like this. Missed the hand. It's just playing Pioneer and Historic right here. Alright. Start chewing Shark Typhoons, I guess. Boop. Just always want more lands at this point. Pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11, 8, 8. Oh. 6. Well, my card drawer is just looting now. Um. Maybe Raph can go at this point. It served us so well, though. I can't just get rid of Raph like that. That would just be rude. I struggle to believe they have anything relevant in hand right now. They would 100% have cast that last turn if they could. Hell yeah, Niv broken. Love me Niv-Mizzet. Those changes to the deck feel pretty good too. I don't think I need... Unless Auras becomes popular again, or maybe Jund's Coco becomes popular again, I don't think you really need Grafdigger's Cage at the moment. I guess it's good against Arcanist, but that's also a deck I'm just like not seeing ever either, so... I'm liking these changes to Niv that we made. Deck is sweet. For all those watching me on YouTube, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all soon. And remember, I have a Twitch stream that's every weekday too, which you can also check out.